Have you ever come across a piece of property that has a cemetery on it? Maybe you own a property with a cemetery on it, or you're looking to purchase a property with a cemetery. The Texas Historical Commission estimates that there are over 50,000 different cemeteries throughout Texas, believe it or not, and many of these are on family-owned private land. Many times when you're driving through the backwoods of Texas, you'll see signs for cemeteries all over the place. So what are the implications to you as the owner of some land that has a cemetery on it, or if you're looking to buy some land that has a cemetery on it? This actually came up for us recently. We bought 100 acres in the Bastrop area, and there was a cemetery smack dab in the middle of the property. Now, this property was in the path of development, path of progress, so eventually it will be developed. So we were curious, we did some research, what can we do with this cemetery? Now, there are instances where you can move a cemetery, but 99.9% of the time, it's just simply not worth it. There are many rules that you have to follow. You have to contact all of the families who have loved ones that are buried there. So typically it's not worth it. Now, something to note, if you are selling land that has a cemetery on it, whether you are the owner or the agent, you absolutely have to disclose this. This is vital. And it's interesting because we ended up selling this property, and of course we disclosed it. And one of the brokers that was bringing some buyers, she had some buyers that were of Asian descent, and there's actually a negative connotation with some cultures with cemeteries. So that was something new that I learned. So just keep that in mind, but again, you always have to disclose it, always, always, always. So with cemeteries, how can you protect yourself if you are looking to potentially move it, or if you are just looking to sell the property? Again, you have to disclose it. If you want to move a cemetery, there are 4 criteria that must be met, not all of them combined, but it either has to be in violation of Texas law, it has to be a nuisance or a potential hazard, or if it's abandoned and no one knows that it's there, or lastly, if you contact all of the family members, you get their approval to move all of their loved ones. Now, the cemetery that we had on our Bastrop property, it had gravestones in the 1800s. There's a good chance that many of those family members were buried without coffins. So I would recommend, I personally don't think it's worth moving a cemetery. It's going to cost you a ton of money. There's a lot of legality associated with it, but something to keep in mind. So it's just best to work around the cemetery and keep in mind that you still need to provide legal access to the cemetery so the loved ones can visit their family members that are buried there. Also, if you do own a property that has a cemetery on it, you can set parameters on when visitation rights will be. You can post signs that say, visitation rights are from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., for example. So you can still designate when those visitation times are, but you always have to provide legal access to the cemetery. Again, I've mentioned this in multiple videos. Always get with an attorney, get with someone who specializes in this, that has more knowledge than you, because it can be very tricky. And if you think you're gonna move a cemetery, you might wanna rethink that strategy because it is very cumbersome to do so. Follow us for more tips, and if you're interested in selling your land quick and stress-free, give us a call at 512-333-CALL, or if you're interested in land investment in the greater Austin area, I'm a licensed agent and we have several great relationships with landowners in the area that are considering selling. We'd love to help you find your next land investment. You can visit our website at landsaletx.com, or like I said, give us a call at 512-333-CALL.